All right. So, greetings and hello, everyone, and welcome. Tonight, we are going to have an interview with the iconic Miss Vera Moore. My name is Tony Coleman Brown, and I'm the founder and creator of the Network for Women in Business, where our mission is to train, connect, and advance female entrepreneurs. Our motto is that we educate to elevate. And I have the honor and the privilege to chat with someone that I have to say, over the past couple of weeks, Vera, we've just been getting to know each other. And, I've just been crushing on Miss Moore for, the past, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. And it's just been wonderful. But I have to tell you guys, Miss Moore is just an icon in the business world. She's someone that has a tremendous amount of experience. She's someone who was one of the first to create and have her own store in the Green Acres Mall. She's a renowned actress. She appeared on Another World. I mean, her list of places where she's appeared in TV shows and magazines, it just goes on and on and on. You guys had the opportunity to read about it when you signed up for this interview tonight, but I just really want to jump right into this conversation with you, Miss Vera Moore of Vera Moore Cosmetics. And why don't you tell everyone how you got started in the industry of cosmetics?
Well, I'm going to. How long do we have? Okay, just joking. I'm going to. I have to tell you the backstory, how and why I did it. I always wanted to be in the theater. I loved color. I loved the theater. I liked it, but I never had any idea I was going to be an entrepreneur. We came from a very poor family, and this is true. Some people say poor, some people say po. I didn't know I was poor because I had a wonderful mother and I never knew I was poor. We grew up in Corona, Queens, and 5 brothers, 1 sister, so there were 7 of us. My mother was a domestic worker. My father was a porter. My mother had a 3rd grade education. My father learned how to read from the Bible. He didn't know how to read. But we were very, very rich. And for those that have known me for years, they know I always had the mindset of, yes, I could. We were poor, but we didn't know we were poor because, my mother's a domestic. I was never hungry. I guess she knew how to cook and, domestic work and fix the food, make lemons into lemonade, mashed potatoes, fried potatoes, baked potatoes, whatever. We were never hungry. I always had clothes to wear. My aunt worked in Flushing at the zipper factory. They would make clothes. My mother would look at me and say, okay, I'm going to make you something. Turn around. The next day it was made. No pattern.
Wow.
So, and I just never knew that until I got older that we were poor. But I do remember this. I used to go to school sometimes, very often, with a hole in my shoe, and there was cardboard in it. So I reflected. I said, you know what? We were poor, but I never knew we were poor. But those are the things that I cherish, and that was my foundation for the mindset that I have to this day, that no matter what, you could do it, no matter your environment, because it wasn't a very nice neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And but we looked beyond that. We lived there, but I wasn't of it. So I used to sing in the church when I was little. Came from a Christian family, and I used to sing in the church, sing in the choir. Anybody wanted to do anything, I'll do it. So and I knew because of our economics that I had to work. So I took a course, shorthand. I took Pittman. That's the shorthand. Everybody knows what shorthand is.
Yeah.
All right. So there used to be people that used to come by the high schools and from the federal government in the city and say, who wants to take a test to work for the government? And I said, I'll do it, because I knew I had to work. Always had a plan. Had a plan. So I didn't go to college. I graduated from Flushing High School. And when I graduated, I think it was in June, July 4th, right after the July 4th, I was working at the federal government. So I got this job at the federal government doing stenography. I was very good at it. And I didn't want to be in the pool. See, I didn't know about those GS1s, federal government. I know. And it was all these people in this pool. I said, I'm a good stenographer. I want to go upstairs on the 3rd floor with the lawyers, where you'd have the secretary and the lawyer, just the two. I didn't want to be in a pool with 40 people. So you had to take a test. there's that mindset. I'll take the test, whether I pass or not, I'm going to take it. I took the test, I passed. So I was going upstairs to the 3rd floor. I was going to work with just a lawyer and me. I mean, this is a big deal. So I remember, I'll never forget, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer's name was Mr. Melvin Greenberg. I'll never forget him. Bowling Green. I worked at the Customs House for the solicitor's office for the Port of New York. And when I first went in, I said, Mr. Greenberg, you know, I want to be in the theater. I want to be an actress. So he said, okay. I guess he thought, you know, so what? She wants, you know. I mean, I don't know if he took me serious. I said, I want to be an actress. Do you mind, Mr. Greenberg, if I could go to my auditions or my lunch hour? Now, he said, okay. And I was surprised to hear that, but, you know, God has a way, making a way.
Right.
I said, now, Bowling Green, for those that know New York, we're Wall Street. I'll say Wall Street. My audition was uptown, midtown, like 57th Street and Broadway, whatever.
That's right.
I was always late going back and forth. So, and I eat my lunch on the train. So I would come back and he said, well, did you get it, Vera? And I said, no, I didn't get it, Mr. Greenberg. No, I didn't get it. So now listen, tenacity, perseverance, relationship. I did this for 5 years. For 5 years, I worked for the federal government, for Mr. Greenberg, and for 5 years back and forth going for auditions. But one day I came back and he said, did you get it, Vera? Yes, I got it. I wanted to say thank you. For 5 years going back and forth, eating lunch on the train, eating a chuck full of nuts because I didn't have any money.
Right.
Little Frankfurter and the orange drink. He said, so what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to quit. He said, you're going to quit a federal government job, Vera. Sick leave, annual leave, whatever it was. I don't know. I was young. You know,
Right.
all that stuff for summer stock. Now, for those that don't know what summer stock is, it's just for the summer. Actors do that to get in the union. I was trying to get into equity. You can't do Broadway if you're not into equity. So I said, yeah. He says, Vera, are you sure? I did. I left a federal government job for 6 weeks. And my job was Jones Beach. There again, another blessing, because normally you have to go away because actors that are in the union stay home. You want to get in the union, you got to go on the road. I got a job just at Jones Beach, half an hour from my house. I did Jones Beach, relationships. Then I had an opportunity to audition for Pearly Victorious. Broadway show, Tony Award winning Melba Moore. And how I did that, well, can I tell you that I honed my skills on Saturday and Sunday? I mean, you know what? If you want this, you got to work for it.
Right.
I went to school at night. I went to school on Saturday nights. I studied at Herbert Berghoff in the Village in acting. I studied there for almost a decade. I went to school at night. Even I used to do things on Sunday because I had to hone my skills. Very competitive industry. So I got an opportunity to meet Mr. Roberts. He was the musical director. In Pearly, building a relationship, being on time, having integrity, being honest. So after the 4 years in Pearly, he says, you know, I'm going to California and I need some sopranos. Who's interested in going? I do it. So
Right.
I auditioned. Well, he knew us because we worked with him and he
Right.
wanted us anyway. I went to California and worked with Leslie Uggams for almost a year and a half.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Wonderful experience. Came back, auditioned for Teaspoon Every 4 Hours, which was a comedy with Jackie Mason. Did that for a year. Meanwhile, still honing my skills. Then I had a great opportunity to work with Kathleen Battle, the opera singer.
Yes.
In Tremonisha. I traveled with her for a year and a half.
Wow.
We opened up a Kennedy Center and came back in Broadway for a year.
Wow.
So these are the things, and there was such a void in the market for cosmetics. It was difficult. But when you're on Broadway, they don't see you that much because you're on Broadway and you're up in the back seat or wherever you are. But it changed when I got a big break. National television were right in your face, right in the living room. The makeup was heavy, greasy, oily, rubbed all off on my clothes, but they did the best they could with what they had, which was insufficient. I got a major contract with NBC on Another World, the first Black family that they were having on Another World, and the show went an hour. And I'm going to be very, very honest. That was the time. That was the time when you saw a black girl on TV, you say, Ma, come quick. There's a black girl on TV. Ma,
That's
come on.
right.
And by the
That's
time she
right.
got into the kitchen, bam, gone. Does anybody remember that?
Yes,
I do.
So
absolutely.
that was it. So
Well,
I wanted to look cute too. And I said, no, this is not going to work. I'm on national television. I'm picking up the phone and I'm saying, good afternoon, Bay City General, Dr. Matthews' office. May I help you? It's all over the phone. I had a white uniform. It's all over my clothes. That was the genesis of Vera Moore Cosmetic, because there was a total void in the market for a quality product. Now, there was another line out there, but it was oily, it was red, it was greasy, and it rubbed, and I wanted something different. I wanted, quote unquote, quality for us.
mhm.
So that was the reason why I decided to do that, to go into cosmetics.
So
Okay.
tell us about the process of, creating the line. Who did you talk to? What research did you have to do? Because, I mean, it's like you just wake up one day and you don't just, go and put together cosmetics in your kitchen,
Well,
so
some people do.
Yes.
Some people mix stuff in the kitchen. I mean, we know somebody that did mix stuff in the kitchen, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway,
yeah.
Mhm.
But what was your process like?
okay, my process my process was, and as we grew, we changed, of course, as you
Yeah.
get to know more things. We went to a manufacturer, and we didn't have any money. Now, starting a cosmetic line is not easy. So we went to a manufacturer, and they really didn't have, because we're going to be candid here. We have a candid conversation, right?
That's right. Come on.
They didn't have anything for us, especially if you were pitch black.
Right.
Now, we range from ivory to ebony. We range from white to blue black. Well, they
Mhm.
never really catered to us. And I would say,
Mhm.
this is a little red. You need to put a little yellow in this. You need to put a little blue, because we have all
Mhm.
different undertones.
Right.
So they
Right.
really didn't know. Well, they didn't care. It wasn't about us. We weren't their market, so to speak.
Mhm.
So it was a lot of going back and forth and customizing. When you customize, you pay. So that was the process that I did. We went to one of the best manufacturers there are, and we were able to get what we want back and forth. It wasn't overnight. It was a process. And as the company grew, we changed things. We elevated it. So
Mhm.
that's what we did. And we had a chemist. We had to hire a chemist.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you could have your chemist, you got your line.
Mhm.
How did you bring it to the marketplace? What was that process like?
Well, you know what? I guess everybody on here has heard of the Bronner Brothers show.
Yes.
And I'm going to be very honest too. Now I regret it a little bit, but I got to be honest. I really didn't have a business plan. You got to have. Everybody's listening. Have a business plan. I didn't have one. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I didn't have a business plan. We had an opportunity. We started off in Billy's Place. Billy's Place, my husband built a little beauty parlor on Hillside Avenue. And all you
Mhm.
beautiful black women know you didn't have anybody to cater to you. And he was doing heads, beautiful hair. And I said, Billy, let's just try it in here and see if the people like it. Let me see if they like this. And let me see if they want this. Let me see if they want something different. Are they satisfied with what they have? Finding my niche, finding my market. But I knew, because I didn't need an immersion plan, because I knew what they needed. I was part of that.
Right.
So they would come in the hair salon, get their hair done, said, would you like me to put a little, oh, Vera, this is nice. It's not all greasy. It's not red. It doesn't make me look all red. And I used to hear this all the time. So I'm repeating something that I always heard. I'm dark and it makes me look good. It doesn't make me look ashy. Because if you
Mhm.
were a darker hue, the
Mhm.
manufacturers out there would just, I make it simple. If you were chocolate, let's say we know how we range from colors. They put chocolate on you. Well, you don't need chocolate. You're already chocolate.
Yeah.
It's just like when you highlight your hair. You have black hair, you do a luminizer, you do a henna, so what we did, we gave the skin a lift. The skin needed a lift, so that even a person that's pitch black is not going to come up ashy, because that's where I focused, because that was where the low self-esteem was. That's another issue.
Mm.
Oh, I'm dark, and and Tony's light, and Winnie's dark, and Vera's the brown paper bag. You know the deal. So I had to deal
Mhm.
with that too. I had to deal with all of that, and especially when I went into Green Acres Mall, it was just, well, we had an opportunity. I'm skipping. We had an opportunity. I heard the Green Acres Mall was building a second floor. Here I go for my mom. My mind said, you can do it. Go for it. Don't worry about that. You come from Corona with with whatever, the neighborhood. Go for it. Hone your skills and try and get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Don't be afraid.
Right.
So I went over to Green Acres Mall in Valley Stream, a very upscale mall, middle-class mall in Laurelton, Valley Stream. And I said, I understand that you're building a second floor. I would like to see, I have a cosmetic company and we're in Billy's Place in Hillside Avenue. At the hair, I didn't tell it was a little small thing. They don't have to know all that.
Right.
So they said, okay, oh, you're presently in business? Yes, I am. And well, bring your line over and let us see it. So I brought the line over and let us see it. Well, okay, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, we're renovating the mall. We will give you a spot. I said, I'd like to be on the first floor. You always ask for, go for the best.
That's
Right.
right.
Okay, we think we can find a little place for you on the first floor. Then I had to go through the whole things about the money and the kiosk. And I want everybody to know I'm not telling you to do what I did. I mortgaged my home to get into Green Acres Mall. They had never had a black tenant in the history of Green Acres Mall. They never had a small business in Green Acres Mall. I was a kiosk. And it cost me because I didn't want a cart where one weekend you'd be in front of the jewelry store. The next day you'll be in front of JCPenney's. I wanted to be stationary so people could find me.
Right.
Vera is always here. Vera is always here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So got the loan. Fast forward. When I came back, they had changed management. Somehow it always changes when it comes to us, but that's beside the point. Stay focused.
Right.
Vera, we don't have any more space on the first floor because there's new management, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we do, well, you built the second floor. Well, that's the food court. Show you the food court. Well, I didn't want to go in the food court, but I said, well, let me see the food court. We went upstairs on the second floor, which was the food court, huge, but they only had major, big stores up there.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, the only thing we have is the bathroom. True story. The bathroom of this major store. I said, well, let me see the bathroom. The bathroom was huge. It was 10 by 10. That's what my store was going to be anyway, 10 by 10 on the first floor. So I said, I'll take it. I mirrored it. My husband and I, we mirrored it. We called it our jewel box. Now, maybe they thought that was going to be a deterrent. I don't know. But I want to say this to everyone. I would have gone on the roof to integrate the mall.
Wow.
My focus was to break the color barrier for you, for me, for your children, your grandchildren, to let people know, yes, you can.
That's right.
So it wasn't easy up on the second floor. And, sometimes you have a lot of naysayers, Vera, how you going to get in that mall? Ain't no black people in that mall. This is the thing. You want to hear the truth? This is it. How you going to do that? Well, somebody has to be the trailblazer. Somebody has to be the pathfinder. Somebody has to do it. And why not me?
That's right.
But it was extremely difficult because sometimes, now if the shoe doesn't fit, don't worry. I always say that. Sometimes, oh boy, let me see if I can say it. Sometimes you don't want to support us because you don't think it's not good enough. I'm saying that to everybody because I need your support. Now, and we've changed. Some of us have changed, but we always think their ice is colder. Think about it.
Right.
Right? Not everybody. I stayed up on the second floor for 10 years. I renegotiated my contract after 10 years and I went down on the first floor. So on the first floor where I was supposed to be originally for 15 years, we were in Green Acres Mall for 25 years.
Wow.
Now, during that time, we were growing our brand because our customer service was off the charts. You had no place else to go. Nobody wanted to wait on you at, I'm not going to say the Anchor store in Green Acres. They'd come down. Vera, do you have anything for me? My lips are this. My lips are big, or my hair is this, or my. I said, yeah, I got something for you. I made it for you.
Right.
Because I don't want to look ashy. Everybody, and matter of fact, this is true. They would come from that major department store. They would start sending them to us. There's a girl over there by Payless Shoes, and she has a color for you. She's got 4, and you're not going to make you look ashy. So we continue to grow the brand with the customer service because they would come and sit at that kiosk because we had stools like bar stools. They thought they were home.
Wow.
Do you want me to go get you a sandwich, Vera? No. Want some coffee? No. Because they felt so comfortable, and they would spend money. because I made them feel like somebody. I wasn't afraid to touch their face. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're talking about 1979.
Wow.
I taught them about
Mhm.
skincare, the importance of cleaning the skin, giving them a regimen. Some of them didn't even know what a regimen was. Well, I have oily skin. Do I have to wear moisturizer? Yeah, you need a moisturizer because you don't want grease, you want moisture. And this is a
Right.
liquid moisturizer. So it was education, training,
Mhm.
teaching. We even did retreats. Just to
Wow.
get, they needed, yeah, we did retreats in New Jersey. Just, they wanted to be loved. I'm serious. They felt like, I'm so glad you're here, Vera. I'm just so glad to see you. My God, I can't believe it. And they supported us. And then we did some licensing agreements in Kings
Mhm.
Plaza Mall, Manhattan Mall, Albee
Mhm.
Square Mall in Brooklyn. So the brand grew as a result of how we treated our customer because no one else was. I'm going to tell you another thing. For those that want to be entrepreneurs, you got to work.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I worked that store for the first year every single day. Now, let me tell you how I did it. When you're in a mall, the store opens up at 9:30. It's 10 to 10. Everybody knows how a mall is. So what I would do is I would come in for a couple hours, leave, or some the next day I might come in the evening. But every single day I worked that store. I was like almost like a politician. How you doing? How are you, Winnie? Nice to meet you. And where do you live? Oh, girl, I just live in Laurelton. Oh, well, Tony, where I live in Well, thank you. Well, I heard about you because you're that girl in the soap opera. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in here. Well, I really don't have doesn't matter. Let me make you up. Wasn't about
Yep.
selling. It wasn't about selling. Believe me. Look, and I'm going to tell you another thing. I guess people follow me because I'm honest. I remember people coming to me in the store and saying, Vera, do you have anything for these moles? And I would look at their face because we always had an esthetician, licensed esthetician.
Mm.
That wasn't a mole, honey. That's a blackhead.
Mm.
Now, I know it sounds funny, but they never knew. You can laugh. It's okay. They didn't know. And I said, girl, you need to get a facial. What is it? I said, look, if you can't get a facial, get a hot towel, steam your face, and you'll see it. Push your nose. Oh my God. You see, I cared about them.
Right.
I cared about, and that was my niche, the Black woman.
Mhm.
Now I gotta clarify this. We do Black women of color, and we have Caucasian, we have white, we have Caucasian people too. But initially, there was such disparity. We didn't have any place to go.
Right.
That people cared about us. So that's the way I grew my brand. And then I started doing shows. And then I did freebie things all over. I'm not saying I did so much free stuff, it was ridiculous, but it wasn't ridiculous because I got
Yeah.
written up in magazines, major magazines, which would have cost me 10 grand. Got it for nothing. Well, it was my time and my expertise and my talent, but that's the way we did it. More than one way to skin a cat.
Right.
So, and we did many, many shows. We did beauty pageants. We did everything. And I enjoyed every minute of it. Made a lot of mistakes, but you got people calling me from Texas, got people calling me from Maryland, people calling me from North Carolina. So this lady I haven't seen since 2012 or 6. So that's how we grew the brand, loving on them, letting them know, be proud of who you are. It was all my thing. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I want to say something. My thing, I was very passionate about this, as you can tell. And it's 41 years and I haven't changed. I still feel the same way.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I do. I still feel the same way. But the passion, passions can change.
Mhm.
It's just like, I was passionate about pearl earrings. Now I like gold, whatever.
Right.
Hypothetically. But now this is a calling on my life to build the self-esteem. Do you know that I got to tell you this because it almost brought tears to my eyes. Last week, my niece called me from California, said, Black woman, darker hue. Oh, Vera, some guy said to me, you're pretty for a Black girl. It just threw me. I'm not kidding. Matter of fact, I'm doing a podcast next week. I'm talking to her and her friends. Can you imagine?
Mm.
So it gives us something to think about, that we have to help each other. We have to lift each other as we climb. We have to, it's so important. We don't have to worry about anybody else. Let's just help ourselves with, the pitch black women, your lips are big, your butt's big, your hair's nappy or curly, whatever you want to call it. Or she's very fair. Oh yeah, you think you're cute because you're fair. You try and talk like a white girl. Then you have the black girl that's pitch black. Oh, she thinks she's pretty for a black girl. Do you know what all this mess is still going on?
More
Yeah,
so.
it is.
Did I go off on a tangent here?
No.
It's okay.
No,
It's
but I
okay.
want to tell you the reason
It's
why it's so important to me. This cosmetic was not always about the powder and the paint.
right.
It was about the changing the mindset of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you had massive expansion. Being in all of the Dwayne Reed stores, talk
Yeah.
about that process. I
Oh.
mean, and then the pivot, to online. So, you had this expansion,
Yeah.
like what does that look like? And do you have to be ready for
Oh, that's the word. You took the word right out of my mouth. If you're
Mhm.
not ready, don't take it. You ruin your reputation. They'll never call you back again.
Mm.
How we got in Dwayne Reed was growing the brand, marketing the brand, doing all these things, and stop saying you don't want to do things for free. And you get to a point, I know you got to get paid, but listen, I did a lot of things for free just to get out there, get my name out there, because it wasn't about the money. The things that I got for free would have cost me a lot of money, as I said before. So I did a trade show, and a trunk show. And I'm going to mention this company because it really helped me. I tried to get into Macy's, and they said they were doing trunk shows. Okay. And a trunk show, everybody knows a trunk show. You're here in Brooklyn, and the next day you're in Queens Plaza. The next day you run around. Very, very hard because you got to schlep the stuff around. You got to pick it up on Friday, be there at 6 o'clock on the morning Friday night to set your thing up for Saturday, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I did all that, and it was an expensive venture because there's a lot of things that I had to do the boxes, the barcodes. It cost me some money, because talking about getting your brand out and doing things, when you buy a box, you're buying packaging, okay, and you're buying packaging, and let's say you buy an eyeshadow, you buy a blush, just trying to give you an example. You might have to buy 10,000 boxes for the eyeshadow. And 10,000 boxes for the blush, and 10,000 boxes for the mascara, because they're all different sizes, right?
Right.
So in order to meet their criteria, these things we had to do, and we had to get some more money, and we got it. We got the money. We always paid our bills. Never been bankrupt. If you have to eat comedy grits for dinner, pay your bills, pay your taxes.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that. That's good advice.
So we did the Macy's, the trade show. At the end, we didn't get it. We did trunk shows. We did the trunk show for a year. We didn't get it. But the information and the expertise and the knowledge that I gained was well worth it. So my say, when you don't get something, just move on and find the good in what you did. I learned so much from Macy's. I didn't know what barcode. I had a store in Green Acres Mall. Put the thing in a shopping bag, cute little shopping bag, little tissue paper. I had no barcode. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to have barcode. I wasn't, getting retail ready with these major stores. You got to be in their catalog. You got to have your SKUs. It's a lot. The first thing so I was in Macy's, didn't make it in Macy's. Then someone came to me, relationships, visibility, longevity, integrity, consistency, discipline. Lady came to me and said, Vera, I'm in Dwayne Reed, and they're having a thing called Look Boutique, and I have such and such. I said, okay. And I think they're looking for a black line relationship. This wasn't a black woman. This is a white woman. So I'm saying diversity is key. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I'm just making a point. I said, well, thank you so much. I'll go look at it. She says, well, you give her a call next week. I said, I will. And she gave me the number. Direct contact. That never happens. It doesn't happen like that. So she said, well, give her a call next week. Do you know, I called that lady the next day. I ain't giving her no next week. Got on the phone. I'll never forget her. I'm not going to mention her name because I know she's looking at it, and I love you. You know who you are. She says, well, we heard about you. We knew you were in Macy's and so forth. You know, the brand. She heard about Vera Moore. You know, we'd like you to come in and show the line. So Consuela and I came in. My daughter Consuela is a graduate of Howard University School of Business. She's also a licensed esthetician. She's an esthetician for over 15 years. So we went in and we demonstrate the line. And she says, okay, we did everything we were supposed to do, talking about the skincare, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And she said, well, we'll give you a call. And she gave me a call in 2 weeks. She says, we're going to put you in the look boutique. Now, the first thing she asked me, though, was, are you barcoded?
Yeah.
And you were ready because of Macy's.
All I could say is, thank you, God. I didn't even know what barcodes was. That's why I'm saying sometimes you think it's not worth anything. She says, are you EDI? I ain't know what EDI. I got EDI because of Macy's.
That's
So
right.
I thank Macy's. Thank you, Macy's, if you're listening. Are you EDI? Are you barcoded? Are you the catalog? That's to get into the store. These are retail ready things that you have to. They don't even look at you unless you have barcode, EDI, liability insurance, all that stuff. It happened. So that was the way it was. And then you have to get your stands ready. You got to have your product. Well, you've seen, go on my website. You can see the display. You've seen the display, Tony.
Yes.
It wasn't easy, but the visibility that Dwayne Reed gave me, even though we're no longer in the stores because we had to pivot, Dwayne Reed closed 200 stores. We went about 60 stores and all the stores closed. But the visibility, and let's talk about visibility and working with people.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Madison Avenue, Wall Street, Las Vegas, Miami, Florida, Hawaii, Chicago, National. All those stores saw Vera Moore because of Dwayne Reed. Dwayne Reed was there, and then Walgreens acquired Dwayne Reed. So don't despise the little things. Don't despise the things that don't always work out. Because I was a little annoyed that I didn't get Macy's after, for a whole year, and then I didn't really get in. But you move on, and then look what happened. And now, the stores closed. Now we had to pivot to go online. So it's been a long haul, but I'm grateful because something else is going to happen because we built the brand.
Yes.
Brand stands on its own self. It's not like you have these brands that you have a celebrity, but does the product speak for itself? When you leave the room, do they say good things about you?
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So we're excited.
And the skincare is amazing too. And big ups to your daughter for going to HU. I'm a proud HU.
Okay.
I'm a bison. But folks are typing in the chat. A lot of people love your products and your skincare line. And so let's talk about that skincare line for a second. Precious asked, she said she loves the super firming cream and the botanical biopeptide concentrate. She wanted to know if the peptide serum replaced the peptide concentrate.
No, well, the peptide serum is a peptide concentrate.
Okay.
No, it didn't. Is this Princess from the Harlem and the Brownstone?
Precious Sellers. Do you know Precious
Hi,
Sellers?
Vera. No, we've only spoken on the phone.
Who is this?
Precious, we spoke on the phone. I was having a retreat. It was going to be at Wainwright House, and you weren't able to come to that. But we weren't able to do it anyway because of the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So when we were talking and you were asking me about what product I use, and I was saying, well, I use Bobbi Brown and I use this. And she said, well, what about Vera Moore?
Oh, there I go, feisty as ever.
I don't know your products. And so then I went, I guess, yes, you told me what you thought might be good for my skin. I have dry skin. I have very sensitive skin. Yeah. And I was using this other product by City something. And it was something that I ordered and it was very expensive, but I liked it. And so you said, well, I don't hear any Vera Moore. So I said, okay, Vera, I'm going to give you a chance. And I ordered some things from you, and I ordered, what was it? The super firming, because you said the super firming cream I might like, and I love it. Don't like it, I love it.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
And I got the botanical biopeptide concentrate, and it feels a little different than the peptide concentrate. So I was wondering if it was different, but I didn't see it online to reorder it. So I I have more of the other stuff, but I didn't see it. So did you discontinue it?
No, we didn't discontinue, but with the pandemic, the supply chain is crazy. But the
Okay.
serum, yes, and thank you so very much. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New Rochelle.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But you can layer it. If you're dry, you could use the serum first and then put the moisturizer on. I wish Consuela was on here.
First. I use the serum first, and
then put the moisturizer on top.
So silky, and then I put the moisturizer on, and I don't really. I have to look at your makeup, but then I wanted someone to help me with the colors. So your daughter Consuela, she's the one who helps with that.
Well, yeah, she's the one. I try to stay in my own lane, but you know what? We're going to start doing some Zoom makeover so we can really touch you and look at you and say, no, do it that way, do it. So don't worry, we got you covered.
Okay.
So you came on as a result of the email. How did you find out?
I know Patricia McKenzie was the one who told me, well, you need to check out.
Oh, Patricia.
And so she was at BMCC. I'm a psychologist there.
Okay.
And that's how I knew her. And then I was trying to get, I thought I was going to have different vendors at this event.
Oh,
and so
okay.
I was talking to you about that. But again, the pandemic came, so we didn't do that anyway. But yes, I tried it and I love it. And so next step, I'm almost finished with my Bobbi Brown makeup. So I'm going to need some Vera Moore makeup. So
well, let me take my glasses off so you can really see me. Oh God, don't pay any attention. I'm just having fun.
I'll put my camera on, but my camera, where I'm positioned, it would show my bed. And so I can't.
Don't worry. Well, I sincerely appreciate you. And I don't know if Patricia's on, Pat, right? McKenzie. Yes. She's a wonderful person, and she has a television show in Harlem.
Yeah, she was the one who turned me on to you.
Yes, and I appreciate her, and I thank her for referring you, and I sincerely appreciate all of you.
Yes,
thank
and I mean, and
thank you. I love your products.
Thank you so much.
I do too. I love the peptide serum and the moisturizer. They're both really good. And I mean, and I use it every day. So if you guys don't have that, definitely go over to VeraMoreCosmetics.com and pick up your peptide serum and your moisturizer, because we definitely need that for our skin. And I mean, and you know, we're about to go into summer season, so we want our skin to really look nice and radiant and bright.
Yes.
Yes. So awesome. So Vera, you know, how has pivoting to e-commerce been for you?
Well, thank you to you and Marls. It's coming along there. I got to give credit where credit is due. You know, I don't mind asking if I don't know.
Right.
And there was a tremendous digital divide. I didn't know there was a gap, and that's why if you don't know, with this new thing of going online, and I always had an online presence, but I didn't cater to it because I was busy taking care of my stores.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I understand now the importance, because a lot of stores have closed. A lot of my friends, colleagues' stores their brick and mortar have closed. So I'm glad we had a presence, but now we're doing the digital marketing like you. And I got to tell you, like Tony is teaching us, and Marl, she works with Marls, and I sincerely appreciate you, Tony. I really do. I know this is about Marls, but I just want to say that you've taught us so much about the platforms we should be on, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whatever. So it's working. People that were the customers that were in Duane Reade, they're finding us, and I'm so grateful. Mm-hmm. I was hoping and praying that would happen because, see, we didn't have their mailing list, of course not. But if the brand speaks for itself, all they got to do is Google Vera Moore. Google me, you'll find me. So that's going to turn it around even more, because we already have the base.
Yeah.
So now they have to find us online. So we're doing what we can. You know, we're digital marketing, Instagram. We're going to start doing some videos. I'm going to do a podcast. All these things to extend, let people know where we are.
Now, one of the things that I love about your line, I love your lipsticks. You have a wide variety of colors. And, you know, one of the things that I would really encourage all the ladies that are on the line tonight is to really go to VeraMoreCosmetics.com and pick out a nice lipstick and then order it. And then when you order it, what you should do is definitely take a picture of yourself with the lipstick and post it on Instagram, and definitely tag VeraMoreCosmetics.com. I mean, I just, I think that would be just a wonderful, wonderful thing to do, especially since we're leading up to Mother's Day. It's just,
Yes.
it's such a great time to, give great gifts. And she has the best of the best, right? Oh, Winnie is showing.
And Winnie just held up one. And you know what? Just to add to that, anybody that's online now, if you go to VeraMoreCosmetics.com, we're giving you a 30% discount. Your code is resilience.
Resilience. That's such a powerful word, resilience. Let me ask you, what does that mean to you, Vera?
Oh my God, it means so much to me just to keep going no matter what. To be a disruptor. Go to, leave the familiar and go to the unfamiliar. And then you stretch yourself. Now you're going to have problems. You're going to have challenges, but when you do that, cross those lines, you have the potential of helping somebody, knowing new cultures. And it takes resilience to do that. It takes consistency. It's not easy, but it just means that you keep going. You stay the course. I mean, I do everything girded by prayer. I'm telling you right now. But that's what it means to me. Just to keep going, honing your skills. I said to somebody last week, no just means the next opportunity for me. Next opportunity.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what it is. I mean, you think I didn't need resilience when I went into, I needed resilience when I was in Another World, the first Black in Another World, going there, sitting down there with that.
I know that's right.
That's right. National television. I mean, we were there, but believe me, we needed resilience. Blah, 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 blah. So I needed resilience in Green Acres Mall, being the first Black tenant, sitting down there with everybody.
Yeah.
Come on. You need it. And I'm telling you, where I got it from was my mindset from my mom. I give her all the credit.
Wow.
All the credit. She always said to me, used to read the little book, The Little Choo Choo Train. Yes, I can. Yes, I don't know if you know about the little choo choo train going up the hill.
Yeah,
I think I can. That's what resilient means to me. And it gives you leadership. It helps you to help someone else, because then you're capable of doing those things. And then not only that, people can look and say, if Vera did it, I can do it, and I can do it better. I love that. I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And, Sharon said resilience is the ability to pivot and quickly deal with the situation. And, to me, that is, that's really the essence of who you are and the essence of how you live. And I mean, I think that is, every time I hear the word resilience, I just think of a Black woman. Because we have been resilient ever since we stepped foot in this country.
Amen.
We've been resilient. And I mean, that's why I really love all of the things that you've done, all of the things that you do to support other women. The women are like really, they're chopping it up in the chat, Vera. I'm buying, I'm on that website right now.
Go get your discount. Put the code in resilience.
Yeah. And they're like, we're checking it out right now. And it's so Precious wants to know also, does your red lipstick look good on dark lips?
Yeah.
My red lipstick doesn't look good. It looks more fabulous on dark lips.
She said more.
And if you have a problem, call us and we'll show you how to put it on.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you can line it a little bit, depending. Sometimes your lip has a little pink in it, in the center, so you have to blend it with the pencil first, so call us.
Okay. Corinne says she loves the ginseng freshener.
Yeah, that's a toner. It's fragrance free. It just calms your skin, and it just refreshes your skin before you put your moisturizer on. And sometimes after you do your makeup, you just sprint it a little bit and keeps your makeup fresh.
Yeah, that's nice. I have to get that. I mean, because I love the skincare that I have now, so I just can't wait to get all of the other stuff that you have. So we're really excited about, everything that you've done. Now, what I would like you to do is give some advice because, this is Women's History Month, right? And, we're here, we're celebrating you. We're, a national, international organization as well, Network for Women in Business, and we're celebrating women.
Mhm.
So, a lot of women often struggle to start businesses and to
Mhm.
sustain businesses. What bit of advice would you give the future entrepreneurs out there, or women who just have like a burning desire to take their passion and turn it into something profitable? So, what bit of advice would you give to the women out there?
I think, great question, but no, I don't think I know. Don't leave your regular job. Keep your job. Go work for someone that's in the industry that you want to go in.
Mm,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
good.
Be a sponge. Learn everything you know, want to know. Be polite. Work hard as though it was your business.
You see?
Save as you do it. Save your money. Open up your business on the side if you can. Still work because it takes money. And when you're ready, take all these courses, small business development centers, malls, whatever, hone your skills. And when you step out there, you're stepping out right. Just
Yes.
don't be an entrepreneur because Tony's an entrepreneur or Vera's an entrepreneur. It doesn't, entrepreneurship is not like a cold. You can't catch it.
Mm,
Mm.
It's a desire of burning something. And look, we all want to make a profit. We all want to make money, but you don't go in it to make money.
Mm.
you know
The
what, Vera?
passion won't last. The passion won't last. I'm telling you,
Right.
it has to be a calling.
You said it's I almost want to say that, it's almost like an incurable disease to
Yeah,
be.
well, it's self-inflicted pain.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what it is.
yes.
But you have to go into it. Like I said myself, I was very passionate to go into it because of the theater. I was passionate of those same attributes from my mom to the theater to entrepreneurship. But passions change,
Yes,
you know. And now I've stepped up or stepped deeper where I know that I must do these things for self-esteem for us.
yes.
We're not going to make it if the mindset is not ready. That's the beginning. How are you going to be resilient without a mindset?
That's right.
So I think to answer that, I hope I answered the question. Listen, go for it because you don't want to say, oh my God, I wish I could, I wish I'd done it, but you didn't. So start small. Don't despise little things. Start small. You see, I did this Macy's thing for a year, didn't get it, spent a lot of money. Even when I was in the
Right.
theater, I used to do free stuff in Central Park, children's theater, free
Mm.
before I got to Broadway.
Right.
So learn all you can, you know, get a sponsor, let somebody mentor you, all these things, and be polite.
Right.
Work. You have to work. No one's going to hand it to you. Some of us, not everybody, they don't want to work hard.
Right. I
If you
love
want it, you'll do that.
I love that. I love what you said. And it's really interesting because with the Network for Women in Business, it's a membership organization, right? And I remember when I first worked at the American Institute of Chemical Engineers, it was a membership organization. I remember when I worked for, and helped Bookspan create Black Expressions Book Club, it was a membership
Mm-hmm,
organization.
mm-hmm.
And I mean, and that's where I first learned everything about segmenting lists and all of that stuff. And you're 110% right, because I remember when I started my membership organization,
Mm-hmm.
I remembered all of the things that
That
I
you
had
learned, of
seen
course.
and I had learned from these other membership organizations. And I mean, and it's funny that you say that because, I remember thinking about it when I first launched, but I didn't really think about it the way you just said it. So
Mhm.
that's genius right there.
And you
That's
must
really.
also, and you know what else, Tony? It's a process.
Mm.
Mm,
You got to be patient. I mean, you
Yes.
still have to work, but I'm saying
Yeah.
it just doesn't happen overnight. You know,
Right.
especially in the theater. I mean, you could go, actors go years without working.
Yeah,
I mean, and they're studying, so when the time comes, they're ready to go through the door.
Ready.
that's right.
You never stop honing your skills, and you're always going to learn something.
Breathe.
So I believe in that. Why do you think I'm at malls? Trying to learn something, Winnie. No, I'm very serious. I don't want
Yeah.
people to think, oh, 41 years in business. No. Things are changing. Every day something's changing. As soon as you learn
Yes.
something, a new technology. As soon as you get the computer, you
Yeah.
need a new computer. As soon as you get a new phone, you need a new phone. So
Right.
I'm forever learning. I am forever learning. And that's what I say to all entrepreneurs. Don't be embarrassed. Be humble. Say you don't know. Do you know how to do this? No. Can you help me? And people will help you. You have to ask.
Yes. And Lucy raised her hand. Lucy, did you want to ask a question? You can unmute yourself and ask your question. I saw you raise your hand.
I was just trying to clap. Vera, you look awesome. I miss you very much and love you very much.
Now, who is this?
Lucy Mercado.
Oh my God. ¿Qué pasa?
Let's just say that
the best makeup artist in the world. Lucy, call me.
I'm no longer a makeup artist.
I don't care.
But,
I know.
But I was a makeup artist with you, and I learned so much
Oh my God.
from you. And it's just great to see you.
Oh, Lucy, you don't know. Oh my God. Don't make me cry and make up a makeup.
Someone happened, I was consulting on the chat. Someone happened to ask, what do I do about the lines around my mouth? And I'm like, I think the peptide serum will be a help.
Oh, she was so wonderful. I love Lucy. Oh,
I love
Lucy,
you too,
thank you.
Vera.
My God, we haven't seen each other in how long?
It's since 2014.
And let's see. Let me
Lucy,
see if I
please email. What did you get it as a result of the blast?
I did. So
well,
I'm
then
like,
you need to call me, Lucy. Consuelo would love to hear from you. Lucy did so much for me when we were in Dwayne Reach training and doing the different stores and being the best.
And we went to Puerto Rico together. That was a great
exactly
a great experience.
Yeah. I love you, Lucy.
I love you too.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lucy. My God.
I'll call you.
What I'm talking about? Huh?
I'll call you soon. Love you.
Yes, please. I'm going to tell Consuelo as soon as I get off. She's going to say, oh my God, Lucy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucy, for calling. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Amazing.
Winnie said that, you gave of yourself. That's the reason why your harvest is so big. I definitely believe that. I totally believe that when you give of yourself, that really helps to, grow your harvest. I think that, giving and receiving is a spiritual law.
Yeah.
And I believe that you have to give, in order to receive. It's almost like if your hands and your fists are closed, how can anything come through a closed fist? It has to be open for you to receive. So how have you given, to people? I mean, besides, like doing their makeup and all of that stuff, so how do you give?
Well, you know what? You reap what you sow.
Yes.
And I'm constantly doing things on Long Island at Nassau College, the girl talks, doing self-esteem workshops.
Nice.
Telling them, well, not just them, but girls in general. People, as a matter of fact, I did something last month, and I'm going to put this out there again, and call me up if you want to. And this is why I want to do this self-esteem thing. We young ladies have to respect ourselves. Now, I don't want to go there, but why do you want to be called a female dog? What is that? I know you don't want to hear, and you probably say, oh, she's from the old school. I don't get it. Explain it to me.
Oh, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord.
No, okay, just explain it to me. I don't understand it. So I'm working on that too. I think we need I know somebody's going to call me. I don't care. Call me. I want you to call me. And I work with kids. Kids need more. That just happens to be called Kids Need More. They're young kids that have cancer. And almost every summer we go out to Long Island and Montauk and deal with the kids. We enjoy that. We do little faces for them. They're very young. And some of them are teenagers, but some of them are kids that are 7 and 8 years old.
Nice.
And yeah, and I do a lot of self-esteem. And you know, I used to go, I don't go now, and I learned a lot from that. I used to go to Rikers Island. I went there and I did self-esteem workshops. These are the inmates that had maybe 6 months later to get out. And I learned a lot from them. I really did. A lot of women there that just made mistakes.
Yeah.
And just needed, you know, don't think everybody there is, I mean, even have women in there had PhDs, honey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But they made a mistake and they got caught. And you didn't.
Right. That's right. That's right.
That's true.
I mean, that's the way I'm gonna put it.
Yes. Michelle, did you have your hand raised? Did you have a question or a comment?
Yeah, my comment is I just want to thank my sister girlfriend that started me on the journey to taking care of my skin. Now I'm in my 60s and I look more fabulous too. Just being a great mentor for me as a business owner. I've been a business owner for the last 35 years and just teaching me to know my worth and then add tax. So congratulations. And I'm so glad that the pivot to online is going well for you. And as you can see, I do respond to the marketing pieces emails that I get. And I want to say hi to Lena.
Yeah, how come your face is not there? How come your face is not there? You know what?
My face is there.
It is now.
Oh, there she is. That is my beautiful dear friend Michelle that I love dearly. That now, and I love her. I mean, she's been with me through thick and thin, my family. Hi,
Lena?
Lena.
Yeah, I even did the Bonner Brothers show with her. That's a lot of work. Oh.
That's right. This is a girl that stuck by me, thinking to help me open the boxes. And that's my buddy Lena. I love Lena. And Lena loves my skincare. She wears a lot of stuff. But I want to say about Michelle, and then I'm going to talk about Lena. Michelle never knew her value. She is so talented. You know, sometimes we just don't know our value.
I know it now, and I
always
underestimate
underestimate
tax.
She says she knows it now.
And I add tax.
She's a beautiful, intelligent, articulate businesswoman. I love you, Michelle.
Awesome. Awesome. And there's
you ladies,
and I gotta say to
all
Lena,
you ladies are awesome. All of you. All of you.
Thank you. And there's Miss Lena.
And Michelle's calling from Maryland.
Yes.
Hi, Lena. Unmute, Lena. Unmute.
Okay. I'm Howells.
Hi, Lena.
Hi, Lena. You're wonderful.
I'm so glad. Thank you, Lena. You're such a doll.
And everyone should know that I've been using Vera Moore skincare and makeup at least 15 years. So it's not only for women of color.
And she's not black. She's white. Okay.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
I love you, Lena.
Love you, Vera.
Awesome.
Thank you. And was that Emma Pendleton? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, now is that where's your face, Emma?
Oh, I can't. My hair is in rollers. I can't get on.
Well, Emma Pendleton, I just have to thank her, and I'm going to beat you up. Probably call you tomorrow.
Yes.
Everybody's heard of George Fraser, right?
Yes, I know Emma.
That's his sister. That's his sister.
Yes. Hi, Emma.
Yeah, that's the smart one. Wait a minute. Let me tell you, like these women, and George is probably going to beat me up. That's the brain right there. End the conversation. Okay, Emma?
That's so true.
Did I always say that, Emma?
Yes. But
Okay,
Vera, do you remember the program for homeless women that we had in District 29? And you came and you made up all those women? Remember that?
How long ago was that, Emma? How long was that?
25 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wonderful.
Yeah, I remember meeting Emma at one of the events with Shay and Trey.
Yes.
Remember Emma? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
And we know Michelle. I know you through Michelle.
Yes.
Michelle
Newton.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yes.
Emma, I love you. Thank you.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Emma, we have to go to Judge Charlotte's place next year.
I'm going in May.
Okay, to
So-
the judge.
Yep, yep.
That's Charlotte Brown.
Charlotte
Charlotte, you
Brown,
have
Judge
your hand
Brown.
raised.
So,
Judge-
yes, I have a question.
Go
This is
ahead.
Charlotte. Okay, so Vera, I
Who is it,
wrote on the
Charlotte?
chat.
Yes.
Yes, I wrote on the chat how I used to try to get you to do direct sales because I worked for Avon. And one of the things that you always said was you had to stick with what you wanted. You stayed focused. You wanted to stay focused. Talk about, not doing all kind of different things. Like I didn't get you to change
Right.
lanes and be like Mary Kay and
Don't be
do
mentioning
direct
these people's names. They're gonna kill me.
because they don't do direct sales. You
That's
didn't do
true.
that. You had a plan.
Right.
Well, you know what? I'm glad Lena's on because even Lena had said to me, Vera, why don't you market? And Lena's one of my dearest friends, so I can talk about Lena. I'm white and you don't, I use your stuff. Why don't you do it? Because I had to stay in my lane and cater to the Black woman that didn't get it. I
Okay.
can walk into a major department store and they had 50 things for Lena, hypothetically. And they had 2 things for me, and what they had wasn't any good. So
Right.
that was the niche. We, a market segmenting within the market, and I targeted that niche. And that was the story. I wanted to stay in my lane. I mean, you can't do all things. You can't be all things to all people. I just tried to do what I do well.
That's good.
And what I know as a Black woman, I know what it feels like to be under hot lights and that stuff is running down your face. That makeup did that to me, like,
Yeah.
on the studio.
So Vera, I'm gonna ask this one last question because we're like running over time, but we're having such a good time. I mean, Roberta wants to know when a customer comes to you regarding makeup but has poor skin care, what pleasant suggestions would you give regarding proper skin care before addressing makeup?
Okay, well, I'm glad she asked that, and I'm so sorry again that Consul is not on here because next time we have to do it with Ouija on here because this is what she does. But just basically, our mantra is skincare is the foundation, makeup is an accessory.
Yes.
When you say foundation, you automatically say, "Oh, what color's my foundation?" No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about just having a basic regimen, knowing your skin type. Like for example, we even taught young ladies, look, if your skin looks like an orange, you know how an orange looks kind of porous and you peel it, it's kind of thick, well, then you're oily. If it's smooth like an apple or a peach, then you're dry or combination. So that's how we had to kind of get it into people that you must clean your skin daily, just like you brush your teeth. You've got to, and you've got to know the right skincare for the right skin type. If you're dry and I'm dry, I can't use an oily product. I have to have something that's going to hydrate me and moisturize me, So we just told them about a regimen, and that's basic cleanser, toner, moisturize, but the exact skin type, and the importance of exfoliating, sloughing off those dead cells because it accumulates with the pollution. And if you want clarity, you don't get clarity by putting makeup on. You want clarity, and for someone to say, "Oh my God, Marlene, your skin is beautiful." That's because she cleaned it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you can't clean it just by washing. You've got to get a facial, get a hot cloth. We know about different, we know how to do that stuff. Put it on your face, let it sit for a little while, relax, get a mask. Look, our mamas taught us that. So you have to have a basic regimen. I hope I answered the question.
Yes, you did. You did.
Thank you.
Vera,
Thank you.
Interject on this. This is Margot. I hear what you're saying. I came with a group of ladies last week and Relax and Restore with your daughter, Consuela, and we had such a fabulous time. And when it comes to skincare, if you do not take one day out to see a licensed esthetician like Consuela and really get your skin examined, because we can try it ourselves, but sometimes if we are not educated enough about skincare, we'll do it one time and then we don't have a regimen, and then we'll buy an over-the-counter product and then keep moving with that and see no results. When you go to an esthetician, she sits you underneath the light. She highlights everything on your face, from dry
I love these
skin to any type of skin you may have, and then tell you the proper products that you need.
Right.
So I am a witness because skincare, Vera taught me that skincare is number one, and you can't slap on some makeup to hide a blemish.
Right.
Because there is
Sounds like Vera.
not pace. It's sheer, it's natural, and it's beautiful on the skin. But most importantly, I love your products, Miss Moore. And I have been using them since, okay, I won't date myself, for a very, very long time. And I just want to say, you know, I watched you.
Thank you, Margaret.
When we were there getting, you know, massages, you were praying with someone. And I said, look at the CEO.
Somebody has some background noise they need to mute out. But go
continued-
ahead, continue.
She continued. And without God, we're nothing.
Yes.
And our steps are ordered by God. And Vera is not ashamed of the gospel. She will know that if it wasn't for God, I don't know where I would be today. And to bring this to a closing, Tony, and the rest of the ladies, Eugenia, I see you on there, and Michelle, I just like to say I saw something on Channel 7 News, and Tony, you might have seen it too. It's called Talk Shop Live.
Yeah.
And it's for small businesses, and a person from the Ricky Lake show staff was watching a movie and saw a lady selling mops. And he said, she's only selling mops. And next thing you know, all the celebrities are jumping on Talk Shop Live. And they made it, you know, worthwhile even for small businesses to join in. So that's something I just wanted to share. And thank you, Vera, for this opportunity for me participating. And again, if anyone has not gone out to her, to Consuela, restore and relax and restore, and get your facial on. I don't know what to do. Something wrong with that. Even though
Can I just say one thing before we go off? It's Yvette.
Yes. Thank you, Margot. I love you.
I love you too.
Just
Yes,
before we
Yvette.
go off, do you remember when you came to Bethel AME Church and you did the ladies' faces? Well, being one of
Yes, I do
Bethel
remember.
AME Church members, as a nurse, the masks are just messing up our face. If you can see my skin, most of us look like this, and we need help.
Oh wow.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna work on fine, because Yvette is a nurse and she's helping everybody, you know. She just took the time out for a few minutes. She's in the hospital now just to say
Yes.
hello. I'm gonna work on that, Yvette.
Thank
Something
you.
that, because she says the mask is really messing up their
Yeah, the
face.
mask
Oh, I
messing
love you,
up
lady.
Thank you.
everybody's
Vera,
skin.
before you
Thank you.
guys go, this is Ronnie from next door. Vera, you know I love you with all my heart. And I've been with you since I was, 2 years old, me and Consuela, sleepovers and everything. And I just had to be on here tonight. I'm at the laundromat, but I had to sit in the car just to follow, because you know I'm your #1 supporter. So I'm here, and I will always be here because you've been blazing trails since, I'm telling you, since I was 2 years old, and I didn't even know how to say Vera, but I was there.
Ronnie,
I love you. Yes.
I love you, Ronnie. And I have to tell a quick little story about you,
Oh,
because this
God.
just reinforces everything, and we don't have to tell our whole lives. But I want to say this because this is exactly what I said before about integrity, no matter where you come from, no matter your environment. Ronnie also came from a very poor neighborhood, a lot of issues, a lot of problems. But my mother embraced her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't have to tell everybody the whole story. We're all adults here. My mother embraced her, encouraged her, told her, no matter what, Ronnie, you can make it. No matter what's going on. Ronnie is an anesthesiologist, okay?
Oh my goodness, how
You
much?
better make friends with her if you want to breathe and get out.
I know.
You understand my point?
Oh, yes.
Yes, this was
Love you, Vera.
I love you, Ronnie. I love you, Ronnie. A very difficult environment.
Wow. Now, you know, one of the things that I'm noticing about tonight is what you have been saying throughout the whole night, relationships. You know, you dropped so many nuggets, Vera, tonight. And I mean, it's just been wonderful. I just want to let everybody know this is a part of our Women's History Month celebration with the Network for Women in Business. We offer digital marketing training, group coaching for entrepreneurs. We have a training portal as well that's like filled with lots of things. And we're offering a 7-day $1 trial. So I dropped the link for that. I also redropped the link for Vera's website, so you guys can use the code resilience to make sure you get your products. And when you get your products, guys, make sure that you post it on Instagram. We want everybody to see you using Vera Moore's products, and then tag her in all of your posts, because we want to see the fruits of this interview and we want to make it go viral. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to celebrate Women's History Month and honor this iconic lady that really and truly, when I think about you, Vera, you know, you've blazed trails, but I still feel like you're just getting started.
Yes, I feel that way too, with all this help and support I get from Marlene and Lena and Emma and Yvette. And yes, I'm just getting started. And I want to just say one last thing.
Yes.
Remember, you're good enough. Intimidation is only by consent.
Oh.
Yes.
Eleanor Roosevelt. I didn't make that up, okay?
Yes. Yes. And ladies, one of the things that we also do is every month we do a live virtual speed networking event. Our next one, save the date, is going to be April 22nd. Ms. Vera is also a member of the Network for Women in Business. She's participated in our live virtual speed networking events. They're lots of fun. We do them on the Hop-In platform where you can hop in one-on-one chats. And we have people from all around the world actually on our live virtual speed networking events. So I welcome you guys to join. But this has been amazing. And Vera, you know, I want to end this with you having the last word before we say goodnight.
Oh, I thought I said it already, but I'll say something else.
Yes.
Oh, well, well, no, seriously. I want to thank everyone. I love all you guys. I'm sorry I can't see everybody. You don't know how you've made me feel.
Let you see everybody.
All right.
So you can see everybody. So put you on gallery view. Now that you see everybody that's here with you, put your thing on gallery view so you can see.
Me?
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it? Don't embarrass me because I don't know where it is.
Top right view. Put it on gallery and you'll be able to see.
But I don't see gallery. At the top?
Squares.
Top right.
Oh, here. Oh my, Eugenia. Hi, Eugenia. Oh my God, Karen. Oh, look at all these people.
Yeah.
Marie. Oh, that's the lady to know right there. You see that lady right there? I'm not going to tell you what she does, but she's the lady to know. Marie. I got a call with her Monday. This is big time right here.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Now we're really networking now, so I'm going to tell you the truth. Marie, you want to say something real quick? All right. That's the lady to know. And then we have Karen Will. This is my... Oh my God. 127 high school.
127.
PS 127. PS
Right.
1. Oh my God. Smart as a whip. A teacher. Eugenia, real estate. Big time. I mean, I don't know what to say. Sherry.
We love you.
Delaney. Oh my God. Johnny. Judge Brown. Linda. You know what? Tony, you got to do this again. I'm sorry. Meseret. Oh, we have a Broadway actress here. Broadway, Meseret.
Wow.
Right here. Meseret. Yes.
And then Vera, you can press the arrow along the line, because there's more people on another page. So
wait, what do I do?
Just click on the arrow to the right. It's a blue arrow.
Yeah, but then then I won't see these people.
But you'll see more.
Come back.
Okay, I gotta do this. Let's see. Oh, Lorena. Oh my God, look at these people here. Deidre.
Yes, that's me, Vera. I'm here.
I'm talking to Lorena.
Yes.
Marketing, digital marketing, PR. You got it. Oh, Yolanda Billings. I love Yolanda. Yolanda, take that thing off of there, Yolanda. and a Delana television talk show. Margot, Randy Ross Productions. Oh my God, Sandy. If I start mentioning people, I'm going to forget somebody. Then you're going to kill me. Andrew Frazier. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yes.
Ladies, I love you. Gentlemen, I love you. I don't know what to say. I'm just ecstatic. This is, oh boy.
This is in honor of you, Miss Vera Moore of Vera Moore Cosmetics.
And that's my brother, Sylvester, right? There's the last one out of 7.
Hi, Sylvester.
Sylvester.
That's Sylvester.
Hello, Sylvester.
Hello, Sylvester.
Seven of us, and it's just him and I now.
Oh, wow.
Hi
there.
And
you
look alike. Oh, look at
Sylvester.
Yes,
I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
Wow.
I love you, Sylvester.
Love you too.
I know. Don't make me cry.
This is awesome. So, Marie?
Yeah, Marie.
Before we go, if you have your camera, if everybody could just put up their hearts to let Miss Vera Moore know how much we love her, we thank her, we honor her.
Aww.
Yes, Miss Vera Moore of Vera Moore Cosmetics, you are an icon.
Thank you. Oh, ladies, I love you guys. Thank you, Karen. All of you. Danico.
Congratulations. Beautiful.
Hi, Danico. Yeah. Oh. Hi. Hello. Yeah.